Probably my favorite thing living out here in eastern New Mexico is just the open space.
It's so peaceful.
We live here in Curry County, about 18 miles northeast of Melrose. We've been on this land since 1917, is when my great-granddad homesteaded here. And now I'm the one farming and still here, still going.
A lot of people don't realize what all we have here and what we do here.
In eastern New Mexico, we have the largest amount of agriculture in the whole state. When my granddad first started, they didn't think that much about how long the water was going to last. I mean, it has just slowly gone down, and there's more and more wells being shut off every year.
Back in the 60s and 70s, when I was growing up on an irrigated farm north of Texaco, the water was great. And then we began to see the decline. And it's just continued to decline due to the drought.
The most interesting feature about eastern New Mexico is the Ogallala Aquifer because it is the sole finite source of water for this entire area. It is all that we have, and it is depleting at a very rapid rate. In 2016, I was elected to the Clovis City Commission. I began to hear more and more reports about people running out of water, landowners. They're telling me, LaDonna, we're running out of water. We can see it. If I continue, there'll be no water. If I continue, the community won't have water. So just a few months after I was elected, we brought a cross-section of the community together so that we could develop very specific plans to try to address this issue. We did that work. It took us almost a full year. It went before the City Commission. It was unanimously approved. Our group said to move the water plan forward, it will be essential to create a land and water conservancy and also groundwater banking. The Conservancy works with a very specific group of landowners in an area known as the Paleo Channel, which is a key portion of the Ogallala Aquifer. It is located northwest of Cannon Air Force Base, where we're trying to save as much water as possible. The partnership that we have with our landowners in this Paleo Channel has two stages. So stage one is water right lease agreements, where we lease the water for 3 years, so we could compensate them fairly for the highest and most beneficial use of that water. It's the short-term answer.
We felt real
Yes.
good about this first 3-year agreement because it was basically we were able to quit irrigating and save the water and still make
Right.
about what we were making irrigating.
Irrigating.
Stage two of the partnership is after 3 years, put the water in a perpetual groundwater conservation easement so it never moves. 80% of the water will remain in the easement. 20% remains outside the easement for ongoing use of the individual landowner. So it could be dry land crops, it could be grazing, it could be converting their entire property into grassland.
Not only would it help the whole community, it would help us to reassure us that we've still got water, that our family can keep this operation and have water for cattle and ourselves.
Currently, we have 8 participating landowners out of 26 in this area. Those 8 represent 77% of the water. Our goal is within 5 years to ensure we have all the irrigation farmers in that area under at least a water right lease agreement, if not under conservation easement. People told us, you'll never get agriculture producers to voluntarily step up and do this. Now those same people are supporting us. Those same people are applauding our efforts and showing a serious interest in replicating this model in other areas, not just in New Mexico, but in Texas.
LaDonna has been a very good person to work with. LaDonna has said if we don't get where we're happy with the conservation easement, that they're going to keep working at it and they're going to do everything she can to come up with a plan that makes everybody happy on both sides.
We've paid approximately $3.4 million out to landowners to lease this water. In just 2 years, we've saved 7.7 billion gallons of water, and we're just getting started.
In June of 2023, we had no idea of anything unusual going on, and the next day we were on a stage 3 restriction. So it caught a lot of people off guard. You cannot wash your car, water your landscape, rinse off your sidewalks, driveways. Not only do we not have enough water, we also lose a great deal of water. The New Mexico State Engineer warned us in 1946 of these type of events, so this didn't just sneak up on us. The previous Public Works Director said that he did not see us coming off of stage 3 water restrictions anytime soon. People in this area are hurting. They're just everyday people, and this is happening across the state as well.
Now I'm aware of at least 250 other communities that are on the cusp of being in the Portales situation. They're on the cusp. I want every community in New Mexico to have an opportunity to plan now, today, for water security. As a whole, when I look at the state and the way that it has approached water, have they done what they should have? No, they have not. What I see? Significantly understaffed departments. We don't have the people we need to even begin to get this work done. Why are we trying to address a problem of this magnitude with minimum resources at the very level where it's required to take action? I ask every legislator, what will you do without the water? We don't survive without water. No water, no life. How will you expand the economy? You won't, not without water. How will education thrive? It won't, not without water. How will communities grow? How will we continue to flourish as a people? No matter where we live, we won't without water. Until the state of New Mexico truly wakes up and says, we have a water crisis that we're facing, and we must take immediate action and put a focus there, no matter what it takes, I don't see great promise until that happens for the state.
It's so important to us to keep this land. It has been in the family for so many years.
We owe it to our descendants to not be the ones that ended this town. We have to pass on a good water supply to future generations. Water can't wait.
Water can't wait.
Water can't wait.